All right, so thanks everyone. Yeah, this has been a great informative session for me as well as you guys. So I'm delighted to be part of this, and hopefully you can get something from our panel here as well. So for those who may not be familiar with CBDCs, it was either branding genius or catastrophe in making the logo look similar to federal government. So we are a nonprofit, but we're very community-based. So our goal is basically to serve the business. It could be at any stage in the business, startup, expansion, modernization. So we've got a broad range of clients. And if I had to narrow down what we did in a nutshell, it's four things: financial assistance, business counseling, training, and technical assistance and coaching. And our goal basically is to do what works best for the business owner. So hopefully we can help you get over some of those hurdles, whether you just are at an idea stage at this point, or you're well into your career and trying to figure out what tomorrow is going to look like. So a lot of the times we're working on advocacy for our clients. And most recently, we've been involved in some of the federal government supports for the RRF. We love acronyms in our world, so they thought, why not make a program that's really hard to say 1,000 times in the run of a day? So all kinds of things going on the CBDC side. And if I were, it's definitely alphabet soup out there. Every organization has a very similar acronym. CBDC is very similar to BDC, and we're all great partners. But I guess if we were to say how CBDCs are different, we're sort of like a business hub. So there's 41 offices in Atlantic, Canada. So we really are everywhere in a community. You've definitely driven past one of our offices, and we're very much there to serve the business. We do a lot of site visits, so we are out in the community and working with business owners every day, even through COVID. Sometimes even more through COVID. I think we've done more meetings and calls through tech than ever before. And we're a nonprofit, so we're managed by a volunteer board. And unlike a lot of organizations, if you come to us with a business idea, we have great staff retention, and you'll see that same person that started with your idea, they're there to celebrate your 10th anniversary. So there really is a strong relationship between us and our clients, and we pride ourselves on that. We work with banks. We love ACOA. We love BDC, everyone that helps get the business done. And my goal mainly is our services are free. So you can come to us at any time. We've got clients that never borrow a dollar from us, never secure any of our funding. They're just there to work with us as a business coach or just as a sounding board. So whatever you need, by all means, Mark said, take the next step, and you can certainly call me after this, and that can be your step and your check mark for one of Mark's tips for you. And in terms of risk tolerance, we take on more risk than traditional lenders. So often the banks will, if they can't get a startup deal done, they will reach out to us. We can certainly take on more risk, and we can do up to 100% of a project cost. So sometimes the bank will require you to have a certain investment. That might not always be the case if funds are limited, and we can certainly help in that role. We've done a lot of projects where we funded 100% of the cost. And we won't turn down your money if you want to invest it as well and have some skin in the game, but just know that it's an option that you might not have thought otherwise could happen. And there's definitely, as Mark said, there's so many business supports, and we won't bombard you with those, but I just thought I'd just touch on a couple that might be good takeaways for the content that we have today. One of those being our innovation loan, and that's definitely the loan where we see a lot of innovative new technologies, adapting things that exist elsewhere. So a lot of those initiatives are funded through these types of programs. This is one of my clients, Sizway, who develops transformer bushings that are very energy efficient for power lines. And he's doing some amazing things that started with a very simple, very tedious manual task that he's definitely using automation to help build what will be an empire, and you'll see him in years to come for sure. He's a bit of a genius. And some of these that build upon certainly what Emily and some of the others have talked about in terms of career training and things like that. So if you have the business idea, we don't need you to have the master's in a business program to move forward with that concept. If you know your business, we can help you with the business management side. So all you have to do is know what works best in your business, and we can help you with the business management training. So there might be a course or an initiative that you're interested in taking. We can fund a huge chunk of those costs at no cost to you. We repay 90% of the costs. So it could be, like a simply accounting course, or it could be something in terms of how to get that online store has been a really popular training initiative these days with COVID. So anything like that builds your business management skills, just know that you don't have to take those costs on yourself. We can certainly help with those. And our consultant advisory services is one of the programs that we deliver in conjunction with the COA. And that one's been really neat to see a lot of people that have pivoted through COVID as well. So if there's something that, maybe you're just trying to see if your business concept can make it. So maybe it's just to see if there's viability, develop a business plan. All those sorts of things are initiatives that we can take a large chunk of the costs away from to help you invest more of that money in the business. Sometimes you realize that it doesn't work out, and then that's the best money you could ever invest. Sometimes it helps you innovate and realize that maybe there's a market that you hadn't thought of otherwise. So really great program that I would certainly encourage anyone to explore if there's some external consultants that can help you. And why not talk beer? I guess, there's only about 170 at last count I saw in Atlantic Canada. But when I thought of, where we have been, 5 years ago, if I had thought, where would we be in 5 more years? Who knows? But this industry is definitely one that has been on fire through, the last decade. And it's not one of those, you think it would be a build it and they will come, but also they're coming with COVID now. So you have to learn to adapt quickly. So, a lot of those breweries have invested considerable time and energy. And now people can't, or they're returning to the doors, but in the meantime, what do you do to get to your market? So we've seen a lot of those brewery owners adapt quickly. So they've been teaming up with other business owners. Food trucks have been a big part of it. If someone came to me 2 years ago with a brewery concept and said, we're also going to do hand sanitizer, you'd be thinking, how or why? But here we are, right now, and that's happening, and that's becoming the normal. Curbside pickup, get it into the hands of your customers. We see a lot that are investing in canneries and things now. So really fast off the mark to innovate and take on automation and things. That's definitely a big part of industries like this. And I'm sure there's going to be more to come. And that one has been one that supported a lot of people through COVID for sure. And, in terms of takeaways, definitely know the business. I mean, the most successful business owners know their business inside and out. Stephanie mentioned data, analytics. We love looking at the numbers, trying to figure out where trends are heading. The best way to get ahead of where you might be is to know your market. If there's any sort of trends coming down the pipeline, those are ones you can definitely take advantage of to kind of move you forward a little quicker. Tech has been a big part of it. It's changed workflow. It's changed how we're delivering this conference right now. And investing in people is a great point. We deal with a lot of business owners, and some of the best ideas come from their employees, and not necessarily things that are revenue changers, but it might just be efficiencies in how they do business. Verafin is a great example of that started with robotics and technology, and the owners are now doing great things in terms of preventing fraud and cybercrime. And they're up to 500 employees, with just started with a simple idea 10, 15, 20 years ago. They're building a great empire, and they're one of the best companies in Canada now. They've got a lot of awards behind them, but innovation's been what helped them stay there mainly. And thinking ahead, so what is relevant today may not be the case tomorrow. So start thinking not new normal, thinking next normal, and where we'll be, where your business will be, any gaps that you can minimize things to help you get there. CBDCs can help play a role. And just thinking of competitiveness, growth, workforce attraction, all those great things are part of what CBDCs can play a role in, just even, again, acting as a soundboard or finding the right resources there to help you move ahead. And that's it for me. Just keep in mind, there's one of our offices somewhere near you, and you can reach out to me anytime through email, or the toll-free number can link you with the closest CBDC. But yeah, just keep in mind, there's tons of programs out there. No need to worry about the terms. We can fill in the blanks. We just want to hear from you and how we can help you in the business.